You are watching BP Polo versus Talandracas. Enjoy it live on Kauri TV.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to Brooksfield here at Cowdrey Park Polo Club for another Gold Cup clash. This one is between BP Polo and Talandracas, and the players are out there warming themselves and their ponies up as the clock ticks down towards midday here in West Sussex. We can see the Cowdrey flag flying high there. Slightly breezy today, a little bit overcast, but we're not expecting any rain, which is the good news. And the field is looking sensational and ready for action. These two teams coming at you from League C, the conclusion of the leagues today and tomorrow. As we go to images of the umpire there, Henry Fisher, having a chat with Kakua Raja. Let's have a look at the top scorers thus far in this British Open. Sapo Cassette, who had a good afternoon yesterday when he played Scone, has overhauled Pablo McDonough and goes into top spot with 32 goals, the man from Lobos. Second place, Pablo, in fine form. McDonough, 30 goals to his name. Kubi Tocolino has 27. Hilario Shoa, 24. And Facundo Pieres is in fifth place with 23 goals to his name. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Howard has been left stranded. There's Benja Panello having a chat with Marcos Araja. Polito Pieres. Here the runners and riders, BP Polo. Garvey Bay is off a 3-goal handicap in the number 1 shirt. At 2, Genaro Ringa playing off 7 goals. Benja Panello also off a 7-goal handicap is at 3. And at the back, the big hitting massive half swing of Jovi Bay, team handicap 22. Talandracas, Kakua Raja is playing at number 1. Alejandro Mucio takes the 2 shirt. Polito Pieres is at 3. And Edouard Carmignac is at the back. Grooms are all set and ready. Spares all over the field. Henry Fisher just having a chat with Howard Smith, who appears to be mounting up now. His pony just a little bit late coming out. They're the two mounted umpires, and in the scissor lift to my left is Mr. Ben Turner. Mic'd up, and with the benefit of the VAR replay, of course. Just to give you the lowdown on how these teams have done thus far. Well, let's have a look at the social media platforms. Instagram at PoloLineOK, Facebook at PoloLineInt, Twitter at PoloLine, and if you want to get hold of us through TikTok, it's at PoloLineOK. Get your messages in, let us know who you're supporting, where you're watching the action from. We'd love to read out your name, club, and inform everyone who you're supporting in this British Gold Cup. Goal judge just adjusting his helmet, getting ready for action. Looks like he's about to go out and face some fast bowling, doesn't he? Bodysuit, helmet, about to go out in the ashes. Players are just walking over to the far side of the field. Just back to those scores. BP played 3, lost 3. They lost to Scone 14-11. They lost to the Vikings 12-6. And they also got turned over by Marquis de Riscal 14-7. Talandracas played 3, lost 2, 1-1. They lost to the Vikings 13-9. They got beaten by Marquis de Riscal 14-8. And they had a victory over Scone 13-7. So mixed results. I think that means that BP are out. As we look at the ponies going through the bottom of the screen, we're going to be updating you with the horses. Really nice. Catalina sponsoring the pony list. And the ball's in play here. Brooksfield, British Open. BP Polo with the possession of the ball. Ringer fires that one downfield towards Garvey Bay, the number 4 on the far side. There's the half swing. We're going to see plenty of that as we go through this match. Nice little stop and turn there from Ali Muzio, but he's left the ball behind, and Bay is there, and Bay has done really well. Jovi Bay at the front for the Reds after a little mistake from Alejandro Muzio. And we'll have a look at the replay here. Ali with a nice turn. It was a good intention, but the ball just bounced over the top of his stick head, and you can see there Muzio throwing his head back, disgusted with himself. But clinical from Jovi Bay, who's been in fine form here, and he's opened his accounts in this match very, very early. Could well be a contender for quickest goal of the Open. Let's have a look. Back in play. Here he is again. This time, surely he needed a near side play. It was Muzio who was well positioned, and Muzio effectively getting one back there on Bay. Here's the line out, coming across the field, and you see it there. Talandracas players on the line of the ball as it came directly across the field. The umpires didn't like it, and they're marching their way down to a penalty 4. So they need a result here, the Queen's Cup winners, of course. Talandracas having a great season, having picked up silverware in Windsor. But they're going to need a result here and potentially rely on other results tomorrow, the conclusion of the leagues tomorrow. We've got 3 games for you, more about that later, but Talandracas are going to need some help from some results tomorrow. But first and foremost, they've got to deal with BP Polo and defeat them here at Brooks. Here comes Kaku. Nice contact, got the height. Is it straight? It is. Flag is aloft, umpire's hand is aloft. And a nice hit from Kaku Raja from 60 yards. And he has tied the game here with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first. Ball's back in play. Scrap for possession there. It's been picked up by Bay. And he's found a pass out towards his number 4. He's coming around the outside here, and he's gone beyond Ali Muzio. This is really good stuff. Look at this from Garvey Bay. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. From one Bay to another. And it was the 2 of them from the throw-in, the 2 professionals in the team, not even getting a touch on the ball. Wonderful stuff from the 2 Bays. And here's the finish. And he put the hammer down. He went past Ali Muzio. And he was clinical once again. The field playing superbly well. And the players enjoying it here early doors in the first. 2-1 to BP. Out the back of the pack here, Polito. He's got some support. Swept forward there by Kaku Raja on the near side. Polito wants to whistle. Benja Panelo comes across. Umpire's whistle remains silent as Panelo turns that one around the corner. Looking for Ringa. Ringa's done well. Just got a little nudge there from Polito Pieris. Hence the yell. And Kaku Raja was there for a piece of the pie. But the umpire's whistle has brought them to a halt. Here's the play in question. Spot hit to Benja Panelo. Taps it forward. Ringo loops around and gives him the option. Benja's driven that one long and all the way down towards goal. Oh, look at the touch out of the air. That's absolutely brilliant. Has he got it? No, he's pushed it out to the right. Really good reaction there from Jovi Bay. After a monstrous drive downfield from Panelo, who's spotted his number 1 in some space. But he couldn't convert, and he's wide to the right. Knock in here for Talandracas. Nicely worked forward here by Raja and Pieris, respectively. Here comes Polito. Tries to drive that one down towards Ewa. Bit of a mishit, but he's come through on that himself, and he's gone both sides of his pony. Back in defence here is Garvey Bay. Lovely open backhander out towards the boards. Lovely turn from Ringer, but he's been out-turned here by Kakuraju. Come up with a beautiful turn of his own. Open backhander is infield here to Ali Muzio. Muzio's gone past a couple of challenges. Appealing for the foul there was Benja Panelo, but it's Alejandro Muzio. Ali Muzio doing what Ali Muzio does best, and he's very easy on the eye when he's running the goal. Wonderful stuff from the little man from Talandracas. And he has tied the match here. It's 2-2. Well, he's very, very good going forward, isn't he? And silky smooth once again from Muzio running to goal. A couple of changes. Both Ringer and Panelo have changed. And that's why they're hooning back to the centre to try and get onside. Tail backhander coming in there from Ringer. Muzio back in defence, gets the better of Jovi Bay. And again, oh, does he? Jovi's done really well. Look at that, and he's found Benja Panelo, who's bursting into some space. Polito Pierres is questioning the umpire, but it's Benja Panelo glancing over his shoulder with all the time in the world here. The man from Lobos is going to go with a casual half swing, and he strokes it through the posts. And it's BP back in the lead here. It's 3-2. Well, he had all the time in the world, didn't he? Once that play from Jovi Bay had been made. Really good steal. And it was well read by Benjamin Panelo. And I think there's going to be a timeout here. It's Kakua Raja who's off his pony on the far side of the field. Pony looks okay, but it's maybe just a precaution, possibly a little nick, maybe some broken tack, but either way he's going to be changing. And we've got 1:36 remaining on the clock here in the first. So Kaku is back on the field. We've got some questioning coming in there from Polito Pierres towards Henry Fisher, who's just explaining a couple of things. Looks like we're going to roll the ball in and get underway. 3-2 to the Reds. Whistle there from the throw-in. Well, Polito Pierres was on that, and Ringer just came across and went near side right in front of him. Enough of a line established in the eyes of the umpires. That one was nudged through from Polito Pierres. There's going to be a spot hit, penalty 5 in favour of Talandracas, and they're just inside their own half. Pierres nudges the ball across the line. Finds a little measured pass out towards Kakua Raja. Little show and go from him, but it was well read there by Ringer, who got the hook. Pierres back in defence. Under pressure here from Jovi Bay. He's done well here. Jovi Bay still leaning into the 9-goal Argentine. He's done superbly well to put him off, and he's left the ball here for Garvey. Garvey downfield towards Ringer. Ringer gets the measure of the treasure and the ride-off and may well have a goal shot. No, he doesn't. He's got some support, though. His teammate has gone near side, and that's absolutely brilliant by BP Polo. Another really good bit of pressure on the ball carrier. It was Polito Pierres who went back in defence, and they out-hustled him. It looked like there, from this angle, that it was the number 2 who was going to get in. But it's Bay, once again, clinical with the goal shot. This time the near side under the next shot. And they've opened up a 2-goal lead here as the clock ticks down to the last 30 seconds of this first chukker. It's 4-2. Ringer on the grey. Leaning out here and just nudging this one downfield. Goes for the under the neck shot. He's found the danger man who's been so good in front of goal. Can he get back to this? Flicks it back in field. Had a little bit of angle to work with. Put it back to Ringa. Ringa with a little snapshot under his pony's neck. And he's left the ball behind. There could be a counter-attack on here for Talandracas. Just 3 seconds on the clock, plus the 30. Little spin turn out of defence. Good work there in defence. There is the hooter. And a cut pass out towards, well, it's Araja, who's been nudged out of the way. And he's appealing for the foul. There is a whistle as Benja Panelo came in to play the ball. It's going to be the end of the first chukka. A cry of anguish from Benja Panelo, who can't believe it. Here's the replay. Marcos Araja, who was half blocked, then re-picked up the line of the ball. Benja Panelo is just questioning the umpire's decision, but it will be the end of the first chukka, ladies and gentlemen. And BP Polo with a really good start here. They lead by 2 over Talandracas. It's 4-2. And for the benefit of all of our TV viewers, we're going to go and see some highlights of Talandracas versus Scone.
Got better and better, faster and faster, running to goal there. Seeing the flag wave, this was another one. This was Mucio when he really began to take control. He left it there for Carmignac, scoring the goal for his side. Great for Carmignac early on in the game. You see here, Mucio knew exactly where Carmignac was. He just needed to leave the ball and play, which he did. Carmignac doing the rest to put it over the line. He will be very happy with his day's work there, Hugo Carmignac. This row, of course, Scone always have their moments. Adolfo, that time round, Perotto running through the defence. Carmignac tried to come back, but Perotto was never going to miss from that kind of distance. This was another goal for Adolfo this time round. Carmignac that time just going over the top of the play. Adolfo kept his calm, emphatically finished it off for his side, and at that point they were still in it. But this was one of the points of the game where it did really begin to change. Polito Perez had that drop ball. That was when Adolfo Cambiasso took an injury to the hand and he rocketed it in about 90 yards out, and then Mucio took control. You see there the score for all. It went to 11-4. That was 2 minutes into a fourth by the end of the 5th chukka, and Talandracas just could not be stopped. And it's this man, Alejandro Mucio, who was responsible for so much of that. Took it off both for Cambiassos. The number 2, we've been waiting for him to come to life here in this Gold Cup, and this, you could say, was his party. This on Hassan Dada, the grey, came across the game. We thought he was going to go for the big shot first off, kept.
Polito Pieres coming in for this penalty for start of the second. He's driven it. Oh, it's been plucked out of the air there by Jovi Bay, who's having a really good start to this match. Seeing the ball like a football at the moment with some really good touches, including this one. Boom. So the ball's been deflected wide. It's going to be a corner, and it's going to be take 2 for Polito Pieres from 60 yards. Horses coming through your shot there. Ringer is on Misteriosa, and Benja Panelo is riding Beyonce. Who knew? There's the drive. Looks good. Yes, it does. He's absolutely smoked it. Beautiful hit there from Polito Pieres, and he's pulled one back here for Talandracas. Early doors in the second. Polito Pieres riding Hambury, and Carmignac on Hormiga. Ball's back in play. Ali Mucio. Alejandro working this one forward for Talandracas. Mucio looking for the under the neck shot pass downfield. Marcos Araja there. It looked like he was offline, and Panelo took the inside track and got the ball. Ringer fakes the backhander and spins the corner. Goes into the traffic and gets a little bit of luck there as he goes through that challenge. And there's a little pop pass from Jovi Bay back towards Ringer. Ringer downfield. That was intended for his number 4, but it's come up a little bit short. May get a second go at it here. Oh, he's reaching out. Jovi Bay comes in, hook, and nice work in defense here by Pieres. Up over the halfway line he goes. Big ride off, and enough on the ball to change the direction of play. Good work in defense there from Ringer. He's found his number 4 here. He's gone for that massive half swing, and what a pass that is. He's put it right down in front of goal. Good challenge coming in defence there. Araja it was, back in defence for Talandracas. Open backhander, turns them all around. Little flick there on the near side. Working it around the corner here is Ringa. But the whistle will bring them to a stop. Let's have a look. Oh yes, there was a little bit of contact there, wasn't there? As the Talandracas player came through. Umpires just having a good look at this one. They've gone upstairs. Was the red player turning sharply in front of the Talandracas player, or did the grey player Kaku Araja, the number 1, change the line? That's what they're looking at. And that's what they've decided here. Penalty has gone in favour of BP Polo. It's being teed up here by Benja Panelo. Circles around, couple of big lazy practice swings here from the man from Lobos. Benja fires that one down towards goal, and the goal judge likes it. BP back into that advantage. They're ahead here, 5-3. Wind just starting to pick up here on the Brooks field. It's getting quite blustery. Pops out the back there. It's Polito Pires under pressure there from Ringa. Leaves it for Ali Muzio. Ali, both sides of the pony, sweeps it under his pony's neck and up towards the halfway line here. Ali Muzio putting the brakes on and weaving his way round to the left. Good stuff here from Muzio, and he's found one downfield. Look at the horsepower and the big ride-off coming in. Absolutely brilliant down the centre of the field. Polito Pires. Oh, what a brilliant goal by Talandracas. Well, it was wonderful work by Alejandro Muzio, who set it up. And the pass, wow. Polito Pires saw it, came in, crunched his man out of the way and got the job done. They've cut the gap. They trail by just one. It's 5-4. Back in play. And an immediate whistle there. I just got unsighted by the umpire crossing in front of me. Let's see what they decide here. Well, was there a player offside? Very casual and lethargic getting back to the throw-in. The ball was rolled in. Didn't look like all players were in the correct position. And we've got a penalty 5 spot hit to Talandracas. 3:53 on the clock in the second. Muzio goes forward. So too does Kaku Araja. Carmagnac is the furthest forward. Polito opens up and crunches that one long. Out to the right-hand side slightly, and it's going to be Benja Panelo's first to surface. Lovely whipped tail backhander from Panelo. And he's released his number 4 here, who's got his skates on, and he's coming up to the halfway line. Can't quite get there before Polito Pires. Just hit that a little bit too far there, did Gavi Bay, and Pires is in. And Pires is working his magic around the corner, flicks it back towards Kaku Araja, who was a little bit close for that play, but he's done very well to get around the corner and make amends. Araja now asking this chestnut to extend her legs. Flicked back by Ali Muzio. That's cute from him, but that allowed Ringa to come in, and Ringa makes the challenge. Turning here is the number 4, Gavi Bay. Benja Panelo telling him to just take the man and leave the ball. But Gavi's been nudged out of the way there by Ali Muzio. Muzio still in control of the play here for Talandracas. Looking for 5-5. Really good position here for the grey shirts of Talandracas as Ali Muzio fires that one downfield. And coming in here is Polito Pires. Benja Panelo wants the whistle, but Pires was quick. And Pires was going away from the BP players. He's got the score, and he's tied the match here in the second. It's 5-5. Well, there's a lot of cries of anguish coming out of the BP camp. There's 3 players changing ponies. That's Jovi Bay, Ringa and Benja Penelo. And that leaves just the big man at the back, Garvey Bay, in position. They just about get back in time and the ball is rolled in on the 25-second count. Who's got it? Gone downfield towards Ringa. Breaking hard here, he's got Ali Muzio in close attendance. And, well, he's checked up too much, and that's allowed Talandracas to get possession of the ball back here in the form of Polito Pieres. Nice little steal, and coming around the corner here, this is good work. Look at this. Jovi Bay, absolutely brilliant once again on the professionals, and he's lost possession this time. Benja, open backhander. Looking for Jovi. That's a nice little flick back towards Ringa. Ringa pulls the trigger and goes for goal. Is it just inside that right-hand post? Oh, that's brilliant from BP. Wonderful goal. And they find themselves back in the lead here, 6-5 in this seesaw match. Quick-fire goals from both teams. And with just 1-2 remaining here in the second, the Reds are back ahead here by a goal. Well, some very, very loud explanations going on down there. Anyway, BP with the ball. Can they go into a 2-goal advantage here? That one's nudged down towards goal. Is it out to the left-hand side? I think he's overhit it on that line, and he has. It's off target and wide, and possession will go back to Talandracas. Pieres nudges the ball back into play. Kako Raja breaks from left and goes out to the right and then back to the left-hand side, but it's Pieres who's coming through on this himself. Can he find Ali Muzio? There's the pass to Ali. Coming across here is Garvey Bay. That's wonderful defensive play from the 5-goal player once again. Kako putting bat on ball and stopping that BP attack here. He's got Polito tucked in behind him, but Kako Raja may not need him. He may go for goal from here. It's Kako Raja. Oh, that's unlucky. It's off the traffic, but a lovely little adjustment from Ali Muzio. And Ali Muzio gets the flick. Wonderful stuff from him. And that could well be the final action of the second chukker. And indeed it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Muzio, with the last touch of the second, has tied the scores here. We can't separate BP, Polo and Talandracas. At the break, it's 6 apiece. And for the benefit of all of our live streamers, we're going to go and see some highlights of Marquista Riscal versus Scone. Let's have a look at the goals highlights. This was early doors. Brilliant goal off the inside of the post there from Alejandro Aznar, who got 4 goals in the match, by my reckoning. Here it is again. Lovely little wristy cut shot. Inside of the post and in. Nice work from the Spaniard. Supple. Putting the hammer down, going both sides of the pony, coming up with a near side finish. Adolfo with the cut shot here. Nothing Sernalas could do as he came across in defence. Adolfo setting his sights. And the goal judge with a really nice flag wave there on that one. Here's Adolfo again, having escaped the defensive trap. Here's Gonzalez, who came up with a couple of nice goals. And that one was a poor approach out to the left, but he did well to redeem himself. And he got the little flick there with the open backhander. Here's Perotto, easing that one over the line. Gonzalez goes near side under pressure from Sernalas. The 2 number 2s coming together, digs that one out nicely. And then a lovely touch out of the air there on the near side of his pony. Good work from Colo Gonzalez. Here he is again. This was the under the neck shot, banks around the corner. Nice little flick. And straight through the middle of the goal. Here's Sapo, going past Matias Gonzalez. And And a nice little touch from him out of the air.
You are watching BP Polo.
versus Talandracas. Enjoy it live on Kauri TV.
Edouard Carmignac just joining the line out, and the ball's in play. Garvey Bay hooked out of it. Ringer with a little touch back there to Benja Panelo. Panelo now will be told to get on with it, and he does. Crunches that one long. Is it out to the right-hand side? I think it is. Little flick coming in there from Ringer. He's centered it into the goal, but that's cute work on the near side by Ali Muzio. A couple of little touches there from Alejandro Muzio, and he's done well to get the ball away from the danger zone. Kaku has it. He's told to get on with it. And his pass is downfield back towards Muzio. He's shown far too much of that to Benjamin Panelo. Panelo's open backhander is out towards Jovi Bay. Tail backhander, well, swing and a miss in fairness. Didn't get anything on the ball, and Talandracas in a good position here because Polito Pires will pick up possession of the ball. And he's working it through the midfield. Still Polito. A little show and go there on Ringer. Can he get past Panelo? No. Panelo open backhander out towards Ringer, and Ringer will try and hit this one first time. Quite get hold of it. Benja Panelo down the center of the field. Still going here is Panelo. And that intended pass has just come up a little bit short. Ali Muzio is back in defense. Muzio with time to turn. Nice skills once again by Ali Muzio, as you'd expect as he comes around the corner. Appealing for the foul there and rightly getting nothing was Kaku Raja. This is Benjamin Panelo. Panelo around the corner. This is good stuff here by Benja Panelo. Has he got the support that he needs? He's still back in control here. Still going is Panelo. Benja up in front of goal, goes for the little wristy under the neck shot, and there's a groom taking evasive action on the hill, but the score is good by Benjamin Panelo, and it's BP Polo back in the lead here, early doors in the third. In play. Popped out the back here for Polito. Oh, that's a good steal. Ringer working his socks off here for BP Polo. Steals the ball away from Polito Pires. Can he find the under the neck shot pass? Couldn't quite get that one back towards goal, and well positioned here in defense is Pires, but that backhander has been deflected. And a little open backhand coming in there from Bay, but he's doing so, he's drawn the umpire's whistle, and it could well be going in favour of Talandracas from the centre of the field. Let's see. There's the foul. So remember, Talandracas played 3, lost 2, 1-1. They need a victory here. And they're currently behind by a goal. After a really good performance from BP Polo. Here comes Polito Pires from the halfway line. Taps it. Sets his sights. Fizzes one downfield. Didn't really get hold of that. And Benja Panelo was there on the head-to-head, but he's made a meal of that as the ball just pops over the top of his stick. Here comes Kaku Raja. Backhander from Ringer will turn them around. Good little block there from Ali Muzio, who takes Jovi Bay out of the way, and that's allowed Polito some time to straighten up towards goal. Leaves it there, and it's been left again, and it's a Raja who's threaded it through the traffic. Oh, what a touch from Bay. Brilliant touch from Bay. It was nicely worked by Talandracas. Not one, but 2 leaves, and the ball was left there for Kaku Raja, who looked up and threaded that through the traffic, and it was a last-ditched attempt in defence from Garvey Bay, and he canes the ball wide of that left-hand post, and Talandracas are going to have a pop from 60. They've got a corner here, and it's going to be Marcus Araja who's teeing the ball up. looking to equalise. Polito taking the responsibilities here. Into the wind. Oh, he's hit the post and it's fallen down for Bay, and Bay's just half punched it away. Comes in at the challenge there on Araja. Wild swing from Ringer on the near side, and this is going to be easy pickings here for Polito if he can get there in time. Polito Pieres will nudge it across the line, and he has in fact equalised. They've done it the hard way from the corner, having hit the post. It was half cleared by BP, but in the end, the simplest of tasks there for Polito Pieres, and he's tied the score here. It's 7-7. Ball nicked away at the front there. Returned by Garvey Bay, looking for Benja Panelo. Panelo coming through hard. Tried to reverse that towards Joey, but he's done well here on the chestnut. Look at this. This is going to be close. He's absolutely cranked it down towards goal. Oh, he's a whisker wide to the right. Well, they're definitely up for it, aren't they? Scrapping and fighting for every blade of grass here, every inch of the field, and both teams playing superbly well. Here's Talandracas from their own back line. Pieres working it out to the left and then back to the right and right again. Here he comes, found a little pocket of space here. He's got some runners. Araja may be the pass. That one's just come up a little bit short. It was intended for Kaku Araja, but he's made a nice little adjustment with the pony. Good work here by Kaku. Leaves it for Ali Musio. Musio around the back of the traffic and then fizzes one downfield. Panelo. Jovi Bay, lovely backhander, turns them around once again. Ringer trying to get on the end of that. Ali Musio will beat him to the plate. Musio's open backhander. And Polito Pieres picks it up inside the 60. He's got plenty of time and space to work this one forward thus far. Challenge coming in here from Jovi Bay. Polito waiting for the space to open before he controls that swing and fires it down towards goal, but he's fired it wide. So a knock-in and a chance for BP to clear the Lions' wall. That's not the knock-in of their dreams, is it? A bit of rush of blood to the head there from Garvey Bay, and he hit it straight towards Kaku Araja. And Kaku Araja spun the corner and strokes it through the posts. And we missed the first part of that, but you can see on the replay that Araja pretty much with the ball at his feet. And he chopped that one across the line. So Talandracas, with just about 1 minute remaining here in the third, go into the lead 8-7. Clash of sticks in the throwing. Oh, no, look at this. It's Polito Pieres, and he's broken through and into space, and there's no one at home in defence here for BP. It's Pieres looking for 9-7. Lovely approach. He can't miss from there, and he doesn't. Pieres getting the job done for Talandracas. Well, it's going to be touch and go as to whether we get the ball back in play. We probably should just about do so. 25 on the clock. And, well, we will play the 30. 9-7 Talandracas. It looks like they're going to be definitely heading into half-time ahead here in this one. The ball is back in play with just 8 seconds remaining as Benja Panelo punches one downfield, trying to cut the deficit, looking for Garvey Bay. Garvey Bay hooked out of it there by Ali Musio. There's the hoot. 30-second bell as Musio launches that one long and high. Benja Panelo going beyond Carmagnac to get there first. Benja's tail backhander turns them around, and it's Jovi Bay trying to get on this, but been beaten to the ball there by Polito Pieris. Is there enough time for another one here for the grey shirts of Talandracas? Look at the silky skills through the traffic. He fizzes one down towards goal. Where's that gone? Oh, he's wide to the left. What a chance in the end after some lovely skill by Polito Pieris. There is the second bell. And that is the end of the first half of this match. A scintillating game here currently between BP Polo and Talandracas. But it is the grey shirts of Talandracas with a 2-goal advantage after back-to-back late goals there in the third. They're ahead here, 9-7.
I think winning the Queen's Cup should have given us confidence to start the Gold Cup, but I don't know if we celebrate too much or what. We couldn't start winning. It was a shame. Today finally we play again good. Now we have one more game that we have to win and then see if we are lucky to go to penalties or hopefully to go through. We have to wait. We have to win and wait. It's a bit difficult to explain. When things happen the right way, it's much easier. I think we had that something different in the Queen's Cup, that every rebound was on our side, every little thing happened for us, and when we started the Gold Cup, it was the other way around. The games we lost, the first game especially, we had a chance to go up by 2 in the 5th jacket and then suddenly down by 1 into the last one. I think there's a very bad record for the winner of the Queen's Cup to win the first game of the Gold Cup. We knew it was very difficult, but we still couldn't manage to play well that day. We started, they both share horses and everything, but it's true that they both wanted to win, and we also wanted to win. After winning the Queen's Cup, Eduard was like, okay, I have the team, and then suddenly we lost, and bueno. But it happened in all the other games. It's, I think, probably one of the most competitive seasons in England in a long time, and any team can beat any team. So, and the games we won in the Queen's Cup, they were by 1 or 2 goals. So it's very good for Polo, this. See? I played with Talandracas before, and then a long time ago with Azurra and with Le Leon. I played a few times. These last few years, I played with Talandracas, with Murus, and this year again with Talandracas. So, 100%. See, out of all the other ones, this year has been amazing.
Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to lose a final. It's really hard to arrive to a final and more like the final of the Queen's Cup with so many teams. But I think that after the final, I think that it's really important that we have a really nice relation between all of us and also with all the people that is working behind. So I think that helps us to continue and to try to do the best in the Gold Cup. Yes, I think that in my position it helps a lot because he's like a friend for me, so it's easy to play with him because if you discuss in the field or outside, then we laugh about what happens inside the field. So I think that is easy for us, and that it's something nice to play with him. It's really important. It's like a dream for me. First time the Queen's Cup and first time the Gold Cup. It's the first time I do a season here in England. And also Alex is the first time he plays the Gold Cup, so to play together and to play with Pablo and Santi, it's something really nice that it will not happen probably many times. So it's something really good.
faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
You are watching BP Polo.
versus Talandracas. Enjoy live on Kauri TV.
Well, welcome back to everybody tuned in on Cowdrey TV and Polo Line TV. Lovely to see those interviews from Kaku Araja and Facundo Fernandez Llorente, both very likeable characters. We're going to turn our attention now to a live interview. We've got Corinne Ricard from Muros Sanctus on the side of the field here at Brooks, and she's going to do an interview with Agustin.
In English. We are here with Corinne. Thank you, Garwin. Corinne, you won the Queen's Cup with the same team that now is Talandracas. How are you seeing the guys?
The guys were amazing. Just you have to see them in the field during the Queen's Cup. They were just incredible. And polo is a very difficult sport because you have to be in a good health and a good way, and the horses too. And it's a long work to organize the things with the horses, with all the stables and everything, and all the grooms. And you have to be yourself in a very good way. And I think it's the sport the most difficult in life. And they were just amazing with the horses. It's really important. And they had the good ambiance between the players, and they were really perfect together. And this is really, we had a very good time.
As I said, you won the Queen's Cup. How do you feel about that? What was your first thing about that?
I think that I am always in the clouds because as a woman it's not so easy to be on the field, but and I am a grandmother, and I feel so happy. It's just incredible. But my feeling that every player can win, and this is really nice. A lady can win, and a grandmother too. And this is really, if you do what the most wonderful thing you can do, you have to do, you can succeed. And this is really nice for me.
Okay, great message. Leaving a bit the English season, what are you going to do after this England season?
I will go back to Argentina, and I will try to give some horses and to help Polito and Sapo and Fran and Hilario, and I will support them as I can. It will be a very good moment, and they have a good chance for the Open, and this is my priority for the next month in Argentina.
Okay. Thank you very much, Corinne. We're back with you, Darwin.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back, everybody. A lovely interview there with Corinne Ricard, the lady who put the Vavavoom into the Queen's Cup this year. Captain of Muros Sanctus, having lifted the Queen's Cup trophy this year. And, well, she's still got a smile on her dial, and rightly so. Players are just coming out for the start of the second half here. Fascinating game we've had between Talandracas and BP Polo. As we look at the pony list for this one. Ringer is on Odisea. Benja Panello, pony's not named. And Merengue for Garvey Bay. Jessica is underneath Kaku Araja. Alimusio is on Veronica. Tia Quartet for Palito Pieres, and Estafa with Carmagnac. Ball's in play. Pinged across the field there by Benjamin Panelo. Garvey Bay nudges it past Polito Pieris and finds a little pocket of space here. This is good stuff from the number 4. He's up over the halfway line and goes for that wonderful half swing. This time he's just scuffed it a little bit and he's put it right into the path of Alejandro Muzio. Muzio backed up here by Polito. Polito Pieris spinning the corner here and looking up and assessing his options. He's got Carmagnac long, but that mishit pass will only find Benjamin Panelo. Panelo putting the brakes on and spinning the corner out of defence and turning it into attack here for BP Polo. He's up over the halfway line and fizzes one downfield towards Garvey Bay, but he didn't see the flight of the ball, and that's allowed Ali Muzio to turn it around once again. Panelo sweeps it across the field. Time to put the brakes on here, Benja. Brings it back around the corner. Tries to evade the challenge of Ali Muzio, but Muzio's done well. Polito down to Kaku. Kaku will go to the offside and punch that back towards Muzio. A little bit unlucky, just came ricocheting back off the pony. And it's fallen nicely here for both bays, but the backhander from Garvey to Jovi was a little bit straight, and he couldn't quite get onto it. Whistle's gone as he tried to come out in front of Kaku Raja. It's going to be a penalty in favour of Talandracas. Polito Pieris. Taps it forward. Jovi Bay comes across to him, and then Polito puts the hammer down and tries to go past his man, and he does well. Say that, he hasn't. Jovi Bay with another really good intervention and a wonderful defensive play there on Polito Pieris. Fizz downfield by Panelo. Back towards Jovi. Near side backhander coming in there from Kaku Raja. Kaku has popped out of play there as it just went inside BP Polo's half. Pieris was trying to get on the end of it, but the ball is out of play. So it's going to be Garvey Bay here. Taps it forward. Panelo comes out to the left-hand side and then drops in behind and gives him the option. There's the half swing. And he does hit it a long way, doesn't he? Picked up by Jovi. Kaku around the corner. Dropping in behind Araja and calling for the ball here is Polito Pieris. Here is Pieris going out to the left and then breaking back to the right and puts a short measured pass into the path of Kaku Araja. Nicely picked up here by Kaku. Oh, that's well read by Bay. Once again, the execution superb, and they've turned them around once again. First to surface in defence here and picking the ball up just inside enemy territory is Polito Pieris. Low pass out to the left-hand side, didn't quite get all of that, but turning and meeting this head-to-head is Ali Muzio. Muzio leaves it for Araja. Araja pulls the trigger and goes for goal. This is close. It's going, and gone. Lovely stuff from Talandracas. It was a measured attack, and it was a really good goal shot in the end. Here's the replay. Pieris to Muzio, and then Muzio backed up by Araja, clinical by Kaku, and Talandracas into double figures here. It's 10 goals to 7. Well, the umpire's just explaining to the players here that there's grooms all over the field in the wrong position. And it's just going to be a double warning for both captains, I think. The grooms are trying to get themselves jostled into a position so that they can benefit their players, but they've got to do so legally. As we look at images of Garvey Bay remounting, having nipped off to change. Polito Pieris just going down to the Talandracas corner and instructing them that they've got to be away from the goal. They've got to be down in the corners. They're too close to those goalposts. They're too close to the action. And obviously, safety of horse and groom is paramount. Muzio. There's Ringer coming back on. Well, instructions being barked down to the BP corner. The groom's just being ushered into the corner there. And obviously a safety issue there with the access for the ambulance onto the field and the ponies being too close to the goal. So picked up by the third man, and everyone in the right position now as Ringer picks up this ball from the throw-in. Almost stolen away there by Polito Pieris, but nice bit of play there by Ringer, who's found Garvey Bay. Miss hit from him, but no fear because Benja Panelo is here. Panelo trying to get past Kakua Raja. Benja working it back into the traffic. Garvey half stolen away there by Polito. Got some support from Kaku, and Kaku just working that one out of a hole and into some space. Araja fizzing that one up over the halfway line. Garvey Bay is back in defence. Look at the passes on here if he can find it under the next shot downfield towards Polito Pieris. Pieris is in here for Talandracas. It's Polito Pieris. He's got it. That's a lovely running goal. Beautifully worked there between Kaku Araja and Polito Pieris. Well, here's the end of that goal, but it was the interchange before. Pieris reading the situation, steamed down the centre of the field, and the pass was inch perfect by Araja. And Talandracas are starting to turn the screw here. They're ahead by 4, the biggest lead that we've had in this match. It's 11 goals to 7. Ball's in play. Reaching out there is Ringer. Done well. Kaku comes in and flicks it away from him. Ringer will probably come back on the near side here, and he does. He's got the measure of the treasure and got the better of Polito Pieris there. Picked up here by Garvey Bay, who decides to try and outrun Araja, but he's left the ball behind. And it's Polito Pieris. That one's taken a deflection. And Benja Panelo comes in on the head-to-head, and Benja Panelo is going to get the score here for BP Polo, surely, because the Talandracas player is going to have to yield. That was Polito Pieris who was in the goal. And it's been stroked under his pony's neck there by Benjamin Panelo. And BP pull one back. It's 11-8. There you have Polito Pieris getting out of the way. And the simplest of tasks there for Panelo, who had done all the hard work by that point. Clash of sticks at the front. Who's got it? Jovi. Ali Muzio. Ewa Carmagnac can get on the end of this, but is he going to be beaten to the ball here by Jovi Bay? Goes near side here in defence and helped on its way. Oh, look at that, the backhander from Garvey Bay, and well, his stick almost went as far as the ball, but he won't care because they're on the counter-attack and he's got teammates in front who may well do the damage without him. Here comes Ringer, flying back in defence with a massive crunching ride-off. Look at the ride-off from Kaku Araja, absolutely brilliant. Panelo is there, he's swept aside there by some silky skills who got man and ball. It was Ali Muzio, and Ali Muzio will turn defence into attack here, and look at this, we've got a 3 against 2 overlap as Muzio nudges that one downfield. Stick or twist here for the Reds. What do they do? There's the shot, and it puts Polito Pieris right in front of goal with the ball. Pieris now has got to go past Garvey Bay, and he does. Beautiful goal from deep inside their own half, and it was all made by Alejandro Muzio. Well, I say that, Kaku Araja with a monstrous ride-off, who allowed his teammate to pick up possession, and Muzio went all the way down the field, found a lovely pass to Polito Pieris, And there you have the replay of Polito getting that one across the line, and that will be the final action of the fourth chukka, and it restores a 4-goal advantage here for Talandracas. It's Talandracas 12, BP Polo 8, as we go to the breaks, and we're going to have a recap of this weekend's British Gold Cup action.
You are watching BP Polo.
versus Talandracas. Enjoy live on Kauri TV.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Brooksfield here, Ambersham Polo Grounds. Start of the fifth and potentially penultimate chukka here. Currently 12-8. It's been a really good performance from both teams, has to be said. Just waiting for Ewa Kameniak to rejoin the throw-in. And the other 7 look like they're all ready. Kako Raja there, who's had a really good game. In fact, they all have in the grey shirts. Raja, Pieris, and Muzio. Here comes Garvey Bay from the pack. Oh, he went hard at that half swing and he didn't really need to. He'd gone beyond the last man and he could have just stroked that down towards goal. A little bit too big with the swing, and the attack has broken down. Here comes Talandracas on the counter. Polito. And he's not happy with the challenge there of Jovi Bay, who came in front of him. Remonstrating there with Henry Fisher, but play will continue here, and it's Garvey Bay steadies this little Bay pony, and it's Garvey Bay up in front of goal. Oh, he took too much time and it's been cleared there, but Ringa comes down the line as the backhander came out pretty straight, and as Ali Muzio was there to try and turn it into an attack for Talandracas, so too was the umpire's whistle. Well, Bay just taking a little bit too long in front of goal, allowing that clearance backhander to come in, but the backhander was too straight. Needed more angle on it. And there's going to be a close range penalty here in favour of BP. Play is called, and Garvey Bay strokes it across the line, and BP Polo go to number 9 here. They trail by 3. Back to the centre we go. Still plenty of time in the match, but BP need to start getting some momentum. They need to get 2 or 3 back-to-back goals and not concede. Put some pressure on this Talandracas team. Here comes Polito. Little show and go as he goes past Garvey Bay. Still Polito Pieris. And that one's been nudged downfield by Kaku Araja. Kaku opens up, and Kaku is going to get the score. Beautifully done by Araja. What a smooth swing that was in front of goal. Let's have another look at that. Pieris did most of the work. Kaku picks it up, and look how silky smooth that is. Middling the ball and finding the target. Araja once again restoring that 4-goal lead for Talandracas. Ball's back in play. Bobbling its way down towards the back of the throw-in. Jovi Bay's there for a piece of the action, but so too is Ali Muzio. Muzio now the number 2, showing us his silky skills as he nudges that one downfield. His goal shot's going to go wide to the right, and Benja Panelo will just watch that one roll out of play. Possession will go back to the Reds. Don't forget, folks, we've got a 3 p.m. match here at Cowdrey. It'll be from Lawns 1. We'll have the pleasure of watching Dubai versus Green Gates. That's our second game here this afternoon in the Gold Cup. Araja trying to get on the end of this. Puts a hook in there on Jovi Bay, who's got some support here from Ringa. Ringa downfield back towards Jovi Bay, who's lost his man. It's Jovi Bay. Oh, what a chance that was. Reaching out there was Ali Muzio. Benja Panelo's shot has been deflected, and Ali Muzio, oh, it's come off the pony. And the Reds have got it, have they? It's absolute mayhem down in the goal mouth. And look at this. Polito Pieris escapes with the ball. Cranks it. Carmagnac is in. Edouard on the little bay. What can he do from here? Garvey Bay flying back in defence. Carmagnac with a lovely looking approach shot. Can he get another touch on it? He can, but he didn't quite get enough. And he's nudged it out to the right, and the attack has broken down. Hooning around the corner here is Benjamin Panelo on the chestnut. Punches that one downfield. Bit of a miss hit, but he's still in control. That one's been launched high and long. Who's on the end of that? It's going to be Alejandro Muzio opening up the backhander. That's a clever looking pass, is it? No, it's not. It's come up a bit short. And it'll be Muzio once again back in defence, who's trying to tickle this one around the corner and escape the attentions of Benjamin Panelo. He's gone through the challenge there on the hook of Panelo, and he's found a little pocket of space here. Muzio coming back to the ball in front of Ringa, who's riding around with his stick raised, desperately appealing for a foul. Eventually he's come up trumps and got the ball. Fires it down towards Jovi. Jovi Bay now in front of goal. Can he find the next shot? Oh, he didn't see that player coming out from the back, but the whistle has gone as Kaku Araja came out on the head-to-head, having changed his pony, and it's absolute chaos at the moment here. Frantic stuff in front of the goal. And that was the play there, but was Kaku Araja across the front of the line? That's what the umpires have blown as we go to images of Jovi Bay changing. Polo Line TV have a new app. If you haven't got it, you need to download it because it gives you the very best from the world of polo. You can get your app on Google Play or download it from the App Store. That's the Polo Line app. Make sure you've got it. It gives you all the information from across the world of polo, and it really is a must. Benja Panelo circles around with this close-range penalty. He's going to be, 10 yards out? He's taken the spot option, and he ain't going to miss from here, folks. Strokes it through, and he brings up double figures here for BP Polo. They trail by 3. It's 13 goals to 10. We're back in play. Benja picks up the bouncing ball, swept it out to the left-hand side because Muzio was being blocked there. And, it's Jovi Bay who's whipped that one across the field. Benja trying to get on the end of that. He's gone beyond his man. It was Pieris who's appealing for the foul. He's not going to get the whistle, but he will get the ball. As that one is across the back line, it's going to be a knock-in here to Talandracas. 1:55 on the clock here in the 5th. Pieris. little measured pass out towards Ali Musio. He's got some options, and one of them is to pump it downfield back towards Polito, and Polito has gone through the challenge of Garvey Bay, and Polito Pierres is absolutely hooning down the field. He's nudged it out to the right, needs to go for the next shot, switches to the tail because of the angle. Oh, and he was so close, yet so far. Can BP get another one before the end of the fifth? Put themselves in touching distance. Give themselves a little bit of light going into that sixth and potentially final chukker. Attack breaks down as Pierres comes back and steals the ball off Garvey Bay. Polito decides to go left. Going to take on Jovi Bay, who comes in with a hook. Pierres puts the brakes on, spins the corner and gets away from both Jovi Bay and Ringa. But he's over the top of the bouncing ball. Bay with a backhander into the traffic. Helped on its way there by Garvey Bay, who opens up the backhander out towards Panelo. It's gone a little bit far there for Benja Panelo. And Kako will be first to arrive, and he plays a little next shot out towards Ali Musio. Ali fizzes one downfield. That one's been charged down. And Bay will be the first to surface. He gets around the corner. Ringa is there for a piece of the action. But Talandracas have it. Reds are called out. Smashed downfield there. Didn't really get the shot that he wanted. It was a little bit tense, that shot, and come up a bit short. There's the 30-second hooter. Panelo appealing for the foul. Nice work there from Ringa, who just swoops in and nicks the ball away from the turning Alejandro Musio, and this is really good. On the attack once again, they're flying down the field. He's out in front of goal. Surely's gone out to the left-hand side, looking to try and cut this one. He's going to work it around the corner. One touch, two touch out of the air. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Lovely skills there from the number 2 from BP Polo. It is Genaro Ringa who gets the score, and it's just what the red shirts of BP needed at the end of the fifth, because they put themselves within 2. They put a little bit of pressure back on Talandracas as we head into the final chukker. But at the break here, it is 13 goals to 11 in favour of Talandracas. We're going to go and see an interview with Santos Merlos.
The organization, it's amazing for me. It's one of, if not the biggest organization outside Argentina. They always have good teams. They won the US Open in Florida. Last year we got to the final of the Queen's Cup and they won the Gold Cup. So it was last year we had a really good season, but this year it wasn't that good. We learned a lot of things. We couldn't win a lot, but we learned a lot. Sebi, my father, always tells me that I need to appreciate every moment and always with the best face and trying to keep up every day. It's gonna be my first season in Soto Grande. I'm gonna be playing with Brunei. It's gonna be Prince Martin, Pablo McDonough, and Facundo Pierres and myself. So looking forward to it. We'll see. It's gonna be a nice season. I'm gonna be playing the medium goal with Polo 2, same age. No, you have a lot. In between 17 and 20 years old, you have, I don't know, Geta, Poroto, Luquita Criado. We are friends, and I would like to play with every one of them. So, no, I don't know. I will pick all of them.
You are watching BP Polo.
Versus Talandracas. Enjoy it live on Kauri TV.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Nice to see that interview with Santos Merlos. He's not only developing into a very good polo player, but he's also a very likeable kid, and currently having a really good season here in England. Here's the highlights of the Ringa once, twice, nicely done round the corner and out of the air. And that was the final touch of that 5th chukker. So next goal, pretty important, isn't it? BP can get the next one, get some pressure on. They don't want to go 3 down again, surely. Ball's back in play. Mad scrap for possession. Polito Pierres has possession of the ball. He's already scored 7 goals in this match. Takes him to 22 goals in this competition, but he's still 11 goals behind the top scorer, Sapo Cassette. But a good afternoon for Polito in front of the sticks. Nicely worked here by Garvey Bay. There's the half swing that we love, and he's punched it downfield, and he's just outside the 60-yard line. Ooh, quick reflex there, but he's left it behind. Swing and a miss there from Kaku. Benja Panelo has it. Being challenged here by Polito. Nice block coming in from Garvey Bay, who nudges Polito Pires out of the way, and that's opened up a little pocket of space here for his teammate, but a miscontrol and a hook, and eventually it's stolen away here by Polito Pires. Pires coming downfield, will have possession of the ball here. Jovi Bay just yielding. Polito, oh, that's well done, isn't it? What a lovely shot on the half volley. And Ali Muzio will go first time. Will he open the backhander up? I think he will. It's been charged down. And Panelo is back in defence. Benja putting the brakes on hard. Fizzes it downfield and out towards the boards. Jovi Bay coming through. He's appealing for the foul, but may well have been second to that. Oh, look at the ride-off from Jovi Bay there on Kaku Araja. Ringo wants the foul, but didn't look like there was anything in that. Near side play from Jovi Bay, who's been working really hard today. He's had a great game, the number 1. Good turn there from Pires, who saw Garvey Bay coming towards him and just nudged it past the number 4 there, and then launches it downfield. Another attack coming in here from Talandracas, and it's landed right in front of Alejandro Muzio. Well, couldn't quite get back to it. Muzio's claiming that the ball was out of play, but play will continue here. Here comes Kaku. Garvey Bay getting the better of Kaku Araja. Still Garvey. This could be a very important goal if he could get this one through, and he has. I think he has. He's absolutely tonked a little half swing, and he's tonked it inside that right-hand post, and would you believe it, with 4.5 minutes remaining in the 6th, the score is 13 goals to 12, and the Reds, with all the momentum at the moment, well, Talandracas remonstrating with the umpires, but it's not going to benefit their cause. Muzio thought that potentially the ball was out of play. Is that what he was claiming down at the bottom? And then there was the challenge from Garvey Bay, who came in and nicked it away from Kaku, who was a little bit slow to react, in fairness. And the Reds are right back in the hunt here. And a whistle as Benja comes through. Ali Muzio looked like he was well positioned. And the whistler's gone. Well, it's all happening here on Brooks. There's the foul. .352 on the clock. And Talandracas need to stop the rot here. They're under the pump. They're under pressure. No doubt about it. Where's this penalty going? Is it a 4? Well, it's a penalty 3 by the looks of it. Confusion out there at the moment. Ball is currently being teed up by Kaku Araja. It's going to be Polito Pires circling around here with this penalty 3. What an important penalty 3 this is. Polito, he's got the height and he's got the direction. He's stroked it over the top. The flag is raised, the goal is good, and the 2-goal advantage once again restored for Talandracas. pony quite busy there as he came in, but he kept his composure. And a nice strike from Polito. His 8th goal in the match. I think we saw him score 11 at Knoll Farm, didn't we? No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. Nice little turn around the corner there by Ringo, who's fizzed one downfield. But he's put it into a position where very difficult for a teammate to get on the end of it. Jovi Bay's there, but his little open backhander has been read and jumped upon here by Polito Pieris. Pieris with a nice little pirouette. And a whistle there as Jovi Bay came in to challenge Polito Pieris. Loud blast from the umpire's whistle. It was, of course, Nico Pieris who scored 11 goals at Knoll Farm. No mistake. And Polito has 8 in this match, and another opportunity potentially here from the penalty spot for him to get his 9th. Ball being teed up by Kaku Araja. Polito has nipped off to change. Penalty 4. It will be Pieris. He's going to come around and have a pop-up goal here. This time he's wind assisted. Wind has really picked up here and it's whistling straight down the centre of Brooks. And this one, well, he just needs to get it up in the air and straight, and it's going to go the distance, no doubt about it. Ooh, where's that gone? Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He smashed it through. It looked a bit ugly, but they couldn't stop it. And it is 15 goals to 12, and that one really could have knocked the wind out of the sails of the BP players, because they had rallied and worked their socks off to get back within touching distance. But once again, they trail by 3. Back in play. Panelo. Jovi Bay is downfield for the pass. Benja in possession of the ball. Panelo out of the air, working it down towards goal. It's Benjamin Panelo. And a whistle. A whistle there as Muzio was involved in the action. And there's Ali Muzio protesting his innocence. Was Muzio being pushed in there? Polito. Oh, he's made a bit of a meal of that throw-in, knock-in, should I say, but he's escaped with the ball. He's punched it downfield towards Alejandro Muzio, beaten to the ball here by Benja Panelo. 1.5 minutes remaining here as Panelo shows us his skills around the corner. Eventually he's over the top of it. Muzio plays the backhander and they're turning, and there's probably an opportunity here for Pieris, and he's gone beyond Bay. Polito brings it infield. Carmagnac comes through. Nice hit there by Ewa. Still going here as he strokes this one down towards goal. Panelo is back in defence for BP. Benja on the chestnut, flies around the corner. Fires it down towards Ringa. That's a clever looking backhander from Kaku Raja, and it was helped on its way there by Ali Muzio, and it's now in possession of Polito Pieris. Pieris takes the hook there from Panelo, but there's a whistle. And just 45 seconds remaining left in this 6th and final chaka. Penalty 5, spot hit to the Reds. Ringa was well positioned as Muzio came in to pick that ball up. And the Reds will have a chance here to try and get number 13 on the scoreboard before the close of play. This result, of course, going to bring their Gold Cup to an end. Having played 3, lost 3. They've been very good in this match, it has to be said. Certainly an entertaining side to watch. If just for the half swing. Tap forward here by Garvey. Fires it down towards Ali Muzio, who puts bat on ball and then spins the corner. He's cut that one out towards Polito Pieris, and the players have pretty much come to a grinding halt, and they're just letting the clock tick down as Polito cuts it and mishits that cut shot. Everyone else has pretty much stopped. We've got 21 seconds left on the clock. Players are coming across to shake hands. A little bit premature, but there's no way back for the red shirts at BP Polo. There's a ripple of applause from the crowd here at Brooksfield as Polito crunches that one downfield and across the back line. He's missed the target, but it will mean absolutely nothing because Talandracas have defeated a very good BP Polo side here at Brooksfield. The score is 15 goals to 12 in favour of the grey shirts, and it gives them a chance of going through. They'll have to wait on results tomorrow. We've got 3 matches tomorrow, and it's going to be a nervy wait for Talandracas. There's the hooter. That is the end of the game as the players come across to shake hands. A really well fought match here at Ambition. Kamagnac walking off the field there with Kakuaraja. Let's have a look at the Chukka by Chukka. BP with a really good start. They were 4-2 ahead at the end of the first. It was raining goals, wasn't it, in the second? 4 by Talandracas and 2 by BP. We ended at 6-6. 9-7. Talandracas just starting to turn the screw there in the third. They were ahead by 4 at the end of the fourth, 12-8. A 2-goal lead at the end of the fifth, and BP Polo coming back hard. Did really well, didn't they? The tail end of the match, especially that 5th and 6th Chukkas where they clawed themselves right back into it. They got within 1, but Talandracas turning on the charm again in the 6th, and they run out the winners by 3 goals.
No.
Some of the goals of the game. That was the early mistake by Ali Muzio. And that goal was very quick. I don't know what the clock says on that one, but a good score from Jovi Bey, who I thought had a really good game. Here's one from Garvey Bey, who went beyond Ali Muzio at pace and got the job done. Benja Panelo loves a chestnut, doesn't he? Ali Muzio, this was a nice goal. Found the pass, not only got the angle, but also the distance, which allowed Polito Pieris to come in. And he went beyond the last line of defence. Here's another pass from Ali. And it's the same combination. Muzio downfield. And Pieris going away from Benjamin Panelo. Was fine to take that and convert. Ringa putting that one on a plate for Jovi Bey, who once again was clinical in front of goal. Oh, and this was a mistake, wasn't it, from Garvey. Smashes it straight at Kaku Arajo, and Kaku spins the corner and says thank you very much. Lovely neck shot pass. And it was Polito once again who came through at pace, timing his run to perfection. And here he is again, going through the challenge. And then in the end, the pony hoofing the ball across the line. This was a nice one from Kaku, wasn't it? How stylish a swing is that? Very smooth. And there you have it. The final score, this is Ringo just showing us how it's done out of the air. Final score, Talandracas 15, BP Polo 12. Match stats, field goals 11-9 in favour of Talandracas. Throw-ins, well, BP dominating there, 16-9 in their favour. There were 9 fouls by the Reds, 5 by the grey shirts of Talandracas. Penalties 3 out of 3, 100% from BP. 3 out of 4 for Talandracas. There was a corner. In fact, there were 2 corners, 1 out of 2 from Talandracas. That was Pieris, and there were no yellow cards in the match. So images of the Talandracas camp. It'll be a happy camp, but a nervous camp. They're going to have to wait on some results. That's the end of our transmission. Make sure you're tuned in for 3 p.m. Join us from Lawns 1, Dubai versus Green Gates.